Today, I'm going to give you guys the successful elements of a referral program so you can really make yours stand out and make it bring in the money. Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Marketing Mondays. Today, I'm going to give you guys the rundown on referrals and give you the elements that go into creating a successful referral campaign. First of all though, I just want to tell you guys why you should really put in place a referral program for your business. Referral programs are probably the campaigns that'll deliver the highest conversion rates to your business because word of mouth and recommendations are probably one of the most powerful drivers for purchases. So just think about things you buy, in your everyday life. Most of the times you're going to read some kind of review, maybe on a trusted review website, or it'll be something that will be recommended by a friend. You might even ask your friends, ask around to see what product you should buy, and you'll base your decision on these recommendations. And usually when you do buy something, this is why, and when somebody recommends it, you can sometimes be upwards of 80% more likely to buy that product than any other product. So it's extremely powerful when it comes to bringing in customers and when it comes to closing them. Now, what would be the elements of a successful referral program? Well, the first thing I would recommend all of you do is to really get your referral program out there. Once you've developed it, there's no point in just keeping it there and hoping that it kind of picks up on its own and that people start, using it and it kind of gains traction. This will happen, but you also really, really have to promote it yourself. And that would definitely be point number one of a successful referral program. Get it out there. There are multiple ways you can do this. I think the first thing that you could do extremely easily is to email all your existing clients or contact them in some way and tell them, hey, we just came up with a referral program. We would love it if you guys would join and if you would refer people to us who you think might benefit from our services. The more successful you are with those clients, the more satisfied they are after working with you, the more likely they are to recommend you. So obviously you want to satisfy all your clients and you want to push your referral program at a moment where they are satisfied. If you can hit them at a point of peak satisfaction, so maybe once they've obtained your product and once they've really gotten their main use out of it and they're very happy with their purchase, that's when you want to hit them with your referral program. That's when you want to collect reviews as well. And these moments of happiness are really the most important and the most potent when it comes to getting something else out to your clients, such as your referral program. Another way you could get it out there is to have prominent call to action buttons on your website. When somebody visits your website, if you've got a robust referral program in place, it's extremely effective to just push that to your website visitors. So just have clear calls to action and just lead them through the entire referral process. Tell them how it works, explain the incentives, make sure your page is designed effectively, so something that's eye-catchy. Make sure the incentives of your referral program, which I'll talk about in a little bit, are clearly visible and easy to understand so that people can immediately see the benefit and they'll want to refer people to you. I guess a final tip I can give on getting it out there is, your social media accounts. You've already got followers on social media. They're engaging with your brand for one reason or another. They're very likely to recommend your brand to their friends if you ask them to, and especially if you give them incentives to. So definitely use social media for pushing referral programs because it's extremely effective. Now, once you found a way to broadcast your referral program to the world, how do you actually encourage people to refer? Because if your referral program isn't effective, if the incentives aren't good enough, people still aren't going to refer you. Your product might be amazing and people still might not refer just because the incentive isn't worth their time. You know what I mean? So generally we would recommend going with dual incentives, and this is my second tip. This means that you don't only give incentives to the person who's referring you, but you also give some incentive to the person who's being referred. A very successful example of this campaign is what Dropbox did when it sort of just came out. And when you referred somebody, you would get extra storage, but they would also get extra storage for using your link. Or what you sometimes see with influencers these days on social media, where they'll push a product, but they'll give you a discount code. So the influencer gets something for referring you through their affiliate links, and you sort of get a discount by using this link. So you've got an incentive to accept the referral. And this is, once again, extremely effective because you're rewarding both parties. If somebody refers me to a program but I don't get anything out of it, I don't really, obviously I can accept it out of, because maybe I'm their friend or whatever other reason, but giving me an incentive just makes me so much more likely to go through with it. So definitely add incentives for both parties if you can, and then the type of incentive you should add is also important. If your business is one where people typically wouldn't make a second purchase, if it's something where it's sort of like a buy it for life kind of thing, maybe you sell a very high quality product that people won't need to replace, or maybe just the nature of the service you give is one that people generally wouldn't do multiple times, you generally want to give cash discounts, basically just give them either cash back or cash discount or something where they can see the immediate benefit of the referral. So just like a flat discount of a certain amount of money. I believe when it comes to the actual psychology of these values, if the price of your product is less than $100, it's good to give a percentage discount. So you'll say like 30% off, 20% off, that's quite powerful. If it's above $100, like $500, $1,000, it's very powerful to give like a cash amount. So instead of saying 20% off, say $200 off your $1,000. It brings people in, it catches their eye because it's such a big amount they're getting off, and it'll encourage them to buy. If however you have a product where people will be typically repeat customers, it's something that they'll get again and again. Maybe you're a restaurant and you want to give discounts on your orders so that people refer you to their friends. Then you can give percentage discounts off their next order because they'll be coming back, and this way you encourage them to become repeat customers by using the discount that they get in the future. So, stuff like 20% off your next purchase, $100 off your next purchase, things like that. People have the ability to think sort of mid to long term, and they'll understand the value of the discount in the future. Plus, you secure yourself another transaction in the future. So, once again, it's quite potent. And then, you're getting a referral program out there. You found a way to broadcast it to everybody, and you found a way to incentivize people to refer, their friends to you. My final tip to make your referral program successful is to follow up and update. And the reason I say this is because people are bombarded with information on a daily basis. People are constantly learning about new things, and unless you keep them updated about your referral program, they're going to forget. With our referral program, every 2 weeks we shoot people an email just to remind them what's going on. Tell them that, oh no, we might have this new incentive for your referrals, or this is what we want you to what we want to focus on in this next period, and things like that, because it keeps you in people's minds, and you can even sort of refine how you want them to look for referrals. So let's say, an example is in our industry, we do a lot of app development and web design and marketing. So we sell high value products, and people, if you tell people, oh, refer somebody who needs a website, you don't know somebody who needs a website. But if I tell them, oh, this week or this month, we're going to focus on companies that work in hospitality or companies that are in retail, then you kind of get more specific, and they'll think, oh, I actually have a friend who owns a retail store, or I have a friend who owns a restaurant. Maybe I can recommend this to him, and maybe I can refer him, etc. So keep people in your program updated at all times. Just once in a while, shoot them an email. Don't get super obnoxious about it, and don't start getting all clickbaity with your titles of your email subjects. Keep it professional, but keep yourself in people's minds. So remind them what they can get out of your program, and just once in a while, a little follow-up never hurt anybody. So I think that pretty much covers, what would make your referral program successful. Always remember, inform people about your program, give them incentives to refer, because nobody's going to refer just out of the goodness of their hearts. It costs them time and money. And finally, make sure you follow up over time. Remind people that you have a referral program, remind them you exist, and remind them to refer. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks.